family, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm here today to give you a little, base tutorial with makeup using our Jane Iredale range. As you can see, I've already done my eyes, but I'm just going to show you how to do a nice natural base with like foundation, powder, and a little bit of bronzer for some contouring. Okay, so first up, what I'm going to do, I've already put a primer on my skin. Now I'm going to use using the Beyond Matte. Now this is going to give a nice, fresh appearance to the skin. It's medium to, and it can be a heavy coverage as well, depending on how well you want to build it and what type of makeup you're wanting to achieve. It is quite buildable. So I'll start by popping some of that onto my makeup brush and then we'll pop it on. Now, a lot of people make the mistake of, applying too much makeup when a lot of the time, like, you really don't need a lot. Like, it spreads quite far. Like, I just use a brush like this and mine spreads really well, and I've only used one pump. And this goes on, as you can see, you've got quite a good coverage to start with. And then we just sort of blend it in, making sure that we've got all those little bits and pieces. These foundations, they blend really well into the skin as well. So you never have to worry about problems with them blending, because a lot of the time you will find that they do just go straight in. Being a mineral base, they work with the skin as opposed to against the base, because a lot of other foundations that we have sort of, on the market, what you find is they've got a lot of other ingredients in them that affect the way that they sit on the skin. So minerals always sit a lot better on the skin. So as you can see, there we go. All nice and even. Going on quite well. Okay, and then once we've popped on that, I always use like a powder. So because I've got a bit of fake tan at the moment, I'm using caramel powder. This is just a pressed powder, and I pop it on top, because if I use one that's a little bit darker, a lot of the time I won't need to use as much bronzer, so that means that I've got less product on my skin as well. So not having to apply as much stuff, because a lot of people will use the same foundation, but then they'll use like a ton of bronzer to try and make it darker when I've either got a tan or they've got fake tan on. So I just sort of like to have a couple of different colors on hand just to be sure. Now these powders, they go into the skin really well because they're finely pressed minerals. I tend to put them on and just sort of stroke downways. I find sort of they go on really smooth, not cakey at all. There we go, a little bit of powder. Now we'll do a little bit of blush, and then we'll do some bronzer contouring. So I'm using In Love, this one here. So it's just kind of like a dusty sort of dark pink color, which I quite like because it's not too much, but it still gives a really good color. And I like to just apply just along the cheekbone. As you can see, gives that nice sort of contouring look along there. And that's the look that we're sort of going for. So as you can see, it's quite nice. And I'll go along this side. Looking beautiful. So this is a really nice color because it's kind of like that bridge in between like an apricot color and also a pink color. So if you're not too sure what works best for you, something like this is good because it does sort of, have both of those tones in there. And then I just usually use my powder brush and just sort of blend it out a little bit, just so it sits nice and natural. Now, we'll do a little bit of bronzer because that will just add a little bit of contouring to the face and just sort of like highlight those areas that you want to. So we're using So Bronze number 2. This one's really nice. Once again, it's somewhere sort of in between. So if you've got sort of that skin that just needs that light sort of bronze color, this is definitely the one you want to go for, but you can add more to make it darker. And then I usually just around like, you know, the areas where the sun normally catches, so around like that hairline, around the sides of the, like the nose area, underneath the jawline, those types of areas. And then we just like to pop our setting spray on because that just holds everything where it's supposed to. So using this one, so the hydration mist, this one's really nice, lots of antioxidants in it, really fresh on the skin, and it just keeps everything where it's supposed to be. So I usually just a couple of sprays, let it dry, dries quite quickly. And there we have it. Nice sort of effortless base using just mineral based foundation, and look, it takes 5 minutes. So hope you enjoyed that, guys. I'm going to be doing an eye one in a few days, so stay tuned for that, and we'll go from there. Okay, bye.